The European Union is racing to come up with ideas to keep energy crisis from turning into an economic meltdown as energy ministers prepare for an emergency meeting in Brussels. Germany wants power prices caps within weeks. Poland is seeking to limit prices on all natural gas import. Spain says the bloc needs to make sure utilities have enough financing, and liquidity is said to be focus of the talk. Gas and electricity prices reach record level in 2021 and again hit all-time high in 2022, especially following the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Energy prices are expected to remain high due to the uncertainty in the market and the risk of further disruption of Russian gas supplies to Europe. This dramatic increase in electricity prices is putting pressure on EU households, small and medium enterprise, and industry at large. Vulnerable customers and the energy poor are hardest hit, but increasingly middle-income households, small and medium-sized enterprise also are in a risk of not being able to pay their energy bills. Hi, my name is Gio. Hope you're doing well. In today's episode, let's take a look at what measures Europe and major countries are taking against the current energy crisis. Let's get right into it. European countries are taking different measures such as limiting energy prices, reducing taxes, helping needy people, and lowering temperature in public buildings against the fast increasing natural gas and electricity prices. The European Union and member countries are trying to protect consumers and ensure energy supply security. EU measures. The EU has prepared an emergency plan in case the natural gas flow from Russia is completely cut off. As part of the plan, all member countries should reduce their gas consumption by 15%, which means around 45 billion cubic meters annual across the Union. The EU has also prepared legal regulation obligating it to fill the underground natural gas tank for member states until the winter season. After Russia indefinitely cut off natural gas flow through Nord Stream Pipeline 1, EU countries immediately gave the EU Commission a task to prepare legislation that includes limiting low-cost electricity producers' incomes benefiting from fossil fuel companies imposing a chain-link price on natural gas, reducing electricity demand and providing liquidity to energy companies. Germany's measure. The government of Germany prepared three different packages with a total of 125 billion euros to reduce the impact on the citizens by rising energy prices. Many energy-saving measures, including limiting temperature in public buildings to 19 degrees Celsius, which is 66.2 degrees Fahrenheit from September, and turning off heating in common areas such as corridors, swimming pools, heating systems are totally restricted. Some coal plants, which were planned to be closed in the past, have been put back into operation and decided to keep two nuclear power plants which were planned to be shut down before. The government is paying all people in a regular employment a one-off rebate of 300 euros in September. Citizens were also asked to save energy. It has been decided to provide extra support for heating expenses to everyone who receives housing assistance across the country. France measure. France decided to freeze natural gas price as October 2021 levels, and electricity prices increase was limited to 4% until the end of the year. Households were provided with an energy payment support of 100 euros. Also, heating and cooling in public buildings is limited with a minimum of 26 degrees or 78.8 degrees Fahrenheit for air conditioners during the summer and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius or 66.2 degrees Fahrenheit for heaters during the winter. Energy consumption is expected to be reduced by 10%. Shops should turn off their lights for window from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. The government also provided fuel aid for needy people. Italy's measures. Support was given to the energy bills of the low income and 200 euros were paid to needy people. Energy companies were prevented from changing contracts. New natural gas supply agreements were signed with Algeria. A new plan is being prepared in the country to save much more energy through house and public buildings. UK's measures. The UK provided £400 or $467 support for energy bills for low-income households. Another £650 was paid to the poor people receiving public assistance, and an additional contribution of £300 was provided to retirees. The country decided to keep the total annual households energy bills constant for the 2 years and maximum of £2,500 per year. Households will receive additional assistance of £400 for their energy bills. The new nuclear power plant was approved and it has been announced that Shell gas works will be supported. The operating period of some coal power plants has been extended. Spain's measure, the parliament approved limited air conditioning and heating temperature in the public and the large commercial buildings. Shop window lights must be switched off after 10 p.m. Spain's prime minister said government will cut the value-added tax on gas from 21% to 5% from October until the end of the year to help Spanish households with their energy bills. In June, the EU approved an €8.4 billion Spanish and Portuguese plan to reduce wholesale electricity prices in the Iberian market. Citizens and businesses were asked to save energy. Greece has implemented a series of saving measures to reduce energy consumption by at least 10% in public institutions. The package of 21 measures included more subsidies for power bills and heating costs in addition to the €8 billion allocated in recent months. Greece will also cut taxes and raise the minimum wage and pension, which will come into effect by the end of this year and in 2023. Measures were taken to keep the temperature of public buildings at 27 degrees in the summer season and 19 degrees Celsius in the winter season. Heating, cooling and lighting systems should be turned off when the buildings are not in use. Campaigns have been started to help citizens save energy. Netherlands measure. It is offering the lowest earning households a one-off energy subsidy of €1,300, hiking the minimum wage and lowering value-added tax on energy to 9%. The government is doubling the liquefied natural gas import and said last month that the country has cut its gas consumption by about 33% in the first half of the year. But it has said it remained exposed to any wider European gas crisis. The government is considering limiting exports and has kept electricity bills at €0.7 or £0.61 per kilowatt hour, with the state covering 80%, rising to 90% in October about that. Hungary's measure. Heating in public buildings in the country is limited to 18 degrees Celsius. Fuel prices are kept below market prices. It was decided to reduce the use of natural gas in public institutions by 25%. According to the new reform price caps degree and site rules, the reform energy price cap established a limit on the amount of the gas and electricity that households can get at a reduced price. This limit for natural gas is 1,729 cubic meters per year or 144 cubic meters per month. For electricity, it is 2,523 kilowatt hour per year, which is equivalent to 210 kilowatt hour per month. Poland's measure. Monetary assistance was provided to households. They introduced tax discount on energy products. Low gas prices implementation for households, schools and hospitals has been extended. The country paid households €650 to help their heating costs. Belgium's measure. Belgium provided support of €225 to those who heat their homes with heating oil and €100 for electricity bills. Taxes on gasoline and diesel were reduced. The country extended the implementation of value-added tax discount on energy. Lighting in public buildings is turned off between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. The country decided to set the heating temperature to the highest 19 degrees Celsius, while the operating period of the two nuclear power plants, which are planned to be closed in 2025, has been extended by 10 years. The country decided that the two reactors, which are planned to be closed this winter, will continue to operate. Conclusion: Europe is facing a winter of uncertainty and discontent. None of the suggested measures alone will be enough to reduce electricity prices and secure the EU's energy supply. Only by acting simultaneously on energy substitution, savings and solidarity can Europeans find a way out of this crisis. The next month will prove crucial to not only ensuring Europe's collective energy security and paving the way of a more integrated and sustainable energy policy. They could also become like the crisis in the past, a defining moment for Europe's integration. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts about these measures. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you find this content helpful, please subscribe to my channel because it helps me a lot. Turn on the notification bell and check out all the links in the description down below. See you in the next video. Stay safe.